Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Haft here, and we've got two Harley Davidsons here. This one here is a 2008 Dyna Lowrider, folks. And one of the reasons I want to do this because there is a lot of difference here, more than you can imagine. This is a 2004 Dyna Superglide. I've had this for 10 years, and it's been a trusty steed. I mean, it's done it all for me. I mean, it's been all over. I bought it with 1,500 miles on. Now it's got 18,000 on it, so it's been really good to me. I want to do this because there is a difference, folks, and more than I thought myself. Okay, so you look at these two bikes; they're kind of like standards, or like cruisers. I mean, that your average person would want. But you want to know the biggest difference in the two? Right there, that front end. You see how this is raked out more? Kind of like a wide glide, but I don't even know if could even be the same. But when you look at the Superglide, now this isn't raked this much, and that does make a difference because it makes it higher, and then it's top heavy and stuff like that. So it's easier to push around the Superglide than it is with the Dyna Lowrider, which it almost, like I said, it almost feels like a wide glide because the turning geometry and the cornering a lot different. What do I like better? I like the less rake on this Superglide. Yes, handles much better. It's not quite as top heavy. It seems a little lower on there. So what I recently did with this one here was I put these on the back here. These are what they call Olin shocks. I put those on there to help it ride better, because we went up to Fond du Lac, and I'll tell you, it was terrible. What they did is they filled in the road, and it looks almost like they made speed bumps because it's above the concrete. They should have kept it level with the concrete. Okay, so they are similar, but they are different. Stuff like this. This bike doesn't have a tachometer. It's got a custom air cleaner on here. It's got the Screaming Eagle pipes on it. You got the sissy bar on here. And somebody spent a lot of money before me on these chrome controls because they're expensive, because you have to buy the master cylinder comes with that. But this one here has a lot of polished aluminum, where this has chrome, which is, I'm thankful for my new bike. It's got a few different pieces here and there on it and stuff like that. But okay, so now I'm going to go over to this one. This is a stock air filter on it. This has all the chrome on it, which is a lot easier to clean and stuff like that. It says different style wheel on it. They're better than spokes, but it's kind of hard to get in, especially the back, to get in there to clean it. It's kind of hard. This one's got different pegs in front and back, the shocks. And this is something you got to consider too when you buy a bike. If it doesn't have, that sissy bar you want on there. One of the things with my girlfriend is, she likes that support, and I don't blame her. I don't want to. Last thing you want to do is lose your girlfriend off the back of your bike. So this didn't come with one. It came with a windshield. But what's interesting about this is they sell this in 4 different parts. You get the pad is separate, one item to buy. The bar, 2. These plates that go on the bottom here, they're different. Okay. So, and then the hardware kit. So it's 4 different things. But then you have to relocate the turn signals. They go there. I did it myself. Worst part was he had to put this tube on here, and he had to take this bracket off, put a different one on, and stuff like that. And then the guy said there's a bolt that comes through here that goes into the blinker. He said, that's no problem. It's about that long, maybe three inches or so. So I had to jack up the bike, no problem, take the shocks off on the bottom and get the swing arm down so I could get in there to do it. So just so you know, if you have to do it, and it was $500 for the parts and $100 for the relocation for the turn signals. Yeah. This one has the tack. I was saying that one doesn't. I put one of these on here. But what's interesting is with the suspension now too. See, this is a wider front end than the one that's on here. This is narrower, you can see. And it also, the diameter of the fork tubes itself look to be somewhat bigger on there. So that's different. And then this bike has a 5-speed transmission. That one has a 6-speed. I actually do have a new seat for this sitting down in the basement I haven't put on. You know, I bought it off, you know, off the internet and stuff like that. But this one here has a different cam chain tensioner than that one. They updated the cam chain tensioner, and this one is 18,000. I think you should probably be good till at least 25 to 30. You know, from what I you know, pick up offline and stuff like that. This one here you don't really have to worry about. This one also has an automatic primary chain adjuster, which this one doesn't, which is kind of different. And this one's 1450 cc's, and this one is 1590 cc's. So it cruises a little better, especially with the 6 gear and stuff like that. This one seems, the mileage, because it's a bigger engine, doesn't seem as good as the Superglide. That's quite a bit of the comparisons between the two. But that front end, that got me. You know, it's a totally different bike because of that, because of the angle of that front end. You know, I couldn't tell you how many actual degrees it's different on there, but so that's kind of a comparison between the two bikes. Which one do I like better? You're not going to believe this. I went out and spent the money and bought the new bike, which is beautiful, but I actually kind of like this old bike better, and I probably wish I would have just spent the money on the cam chain tensioner, because I drive some, but I don't drive as much as I could. This bike here was kind of cool. One of the reasons that I wanted this, because it only had 5,100 miles on this bike when I got it. I mean, that's low mileage, folks. Yep. So that's kind of the offs and ons. And another one with Harley, you gotta love, no matter how expensive bike it is, they always put these black, you know, coated controls. So they want you to go and spend all the money to update to these and stuff. So, but I've been trying to sell this bike. I'm asking $4,500. I went down to it. I mean, I just kind of giving it away, I feel, because you know, I figure it's worth more than that. So I took care of this bike. I changed the oil on this bike every year, even if I only had 1,500 miles on where I changed it. I mean, I let it drain. That's one thing about changing your own oil. You can let it drain longer. Okay, folks, there it is, the comparison. Thank you.